Hello, everybody. This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar. Big shout outs to the African Superstar family, the customers of theafricansuperstar.com, where you can find such collections such as Black Love Stay Single, Proud Pan African, and also African Superstar logo merchandise. Today, I want to talk about a subject that I think is very important because it has come to my realization throughout my world travels and also being a content creator here on YouTube, that one of the biggest issues that our people deal with globally is media representation and adequate media representation. And I realize that many people, for instance, on the continent, have the perception they do about America because they only see the glitz and the glam. They don't see a lot of the downside. They don't see a lot of the violence and racism, and they also don't see it as it pertains to them. When they do see violence or whatnot, they will see it being involved with Black Americans. So there is a stigma and a connotation that these things do not impact African communities. They only affect Black Americans. So I want to bring you this story that I ran across today, which is terrible. And I want to let you guys know that the problem, the plight of one Black man, no matter how you identify yourself, if you see yourself as a Caribbean or a Black British or a Black American or an African migrant or a continental African, the plight of one Black man is the plight of all of us. So I will share the story with you now, and then I will talk about it further.
Just to wake up and lose your family like that, nobody doesn't deserve this. Nobody, no family didn't deserve this.
Help us solve this crime. Any information that you have, even if you think it's not valuable, we would like for you to come forward and share it with us.
He has a positive attitude. He had a smile that you'll never forget, a really firm handshake, and a strong work ethic, and just an all-around incredible person.
GB was like a good person, like a good worker, and like a good Muslim. Yeah, he respect all the people, and he help all the people.
We are heartbroken. We cannot believe that an entire family will be just gone in a matter of minutes.
Now, I'm sure many of you African migrants, for instance, can definitely relate to the story of this young Senegalese man and his family, migrating to America for a better life and all of that. I also want to talk about the location where they lived. I realize that migrants have never lived exclusively among white people until they moved to the West. And so therefore, the impending danger you may not know, although I'm led to think that the Senegalese community is pretty substantial in Denver because of the tremendous outpouring that we saw. Actually, the neighbors of the affected family, they were also Senegalese. And we do see the solidarity of the Senegalese people, all the way from the president in Senegal to the representative that flew in from New York to speak to their family and console their family and this and that. The reality is, again, the plight that affects one of us is all of our plights. It is ignorant to think that you can sit in water and not get wet. So I wanted to provide this for people, especially on the continent, for African migrants that obviously you don't see yourself being reflected a lot of times in this violence in the West. You don't see it happening. You don't hear about it, rather. There have been many instances over the years of various members of African communities becoming victims of this environment. You know, the reality is, no matter how some of you do not want to accept it, okay, our greatest opportunity, our greatest refuge is going to be in our homeland. We have significantly less risk and dangers. We don't encounter racism there. And many of the nations are still developing, which gives us an opportunity to establish ourselves, create generational wealth, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to bring this story and make all of you aware of things that are happening modern day, here, today, now, in the West, in this diaspora, that affects not just you, me, and all of us. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.